Assalamu alaikum and good morning to everyone. Uh, Welcome to United Arab Emirates University and the College of Graduate Studies. We just wanted to welcome everyone. We will just wait for a few minutes until everyone joins because the webinar should start at 10:30. Hopefully my voice is clear. Please let me know in the chat box. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Good morning and welcome to UAEU and the College of Graduate Studies orientation for the fall 2021. We are really delighted to have you here. I would also like to welcome Professor Ali, the Dean of the College of Graduate Studies, and all the CGS staff who are here with us today. So in today's orientation, we are looking to guide you through our colleges and our programs, and more importantly, answer your questions. So please don't hesitate to ask your questions in the Q&A box or in the chat box, or even raise your hands at the time of the questions and answers. We will start by a presentation by Professor Ali, followed by a session where we can answer all your questions. We are really happy to have you here today. So I'm really welcoming everyone. So I'll just leave the mic for Professor Ali.
Thank you, Abdurrahman. Good morning, everyone. I'm really delighted to welcome you to UAE University. The new students, we are very pleased to have you with us. Congratulations on your well-deserved admission to UAE University. I would also like to welcome our assistant deans, coordinators, and any faculty members who are joining us today. As well, our College of Graduate Studies staff and student assistants. I would like to welcome you all and wish you all a very fruitful academic year 2021-2022. Let's start with a 20-minute presentation, and then we'll leave the floor for questions and answers. So just to brief you about College of Graduate Studies and UAE University. I would like to mention that some of our achievements in the ranking up to now. So we are ranked number 3 in the Arab world by higher education, Times Higher Education. Globally, by QS, we are ranked 284, and we rank 38 in the best universities. This was in 2020 by Times Higher Education for Asian university ranking. In the top 50 universities under 50 years old, we rank 27th. And by Times Higher Education, for young university ranking, we rank 50. We also have a 5-star rank in online learning according to QS star ranking. Just some information about UAEU. We are the flagship university of the United Arab Emirates, and we are offering a comprehensive programs in 9 colleges. We are the oldest university in the country and most comprehensive university in terms of programs that we offer. We have 47 bachelor degree programs, 35 minors, 32 master's programs, 24 PhD programs, a PharmD program, and the Doctor of Business Administration program. We have some international accreditation, 23 of the undergraduate programs, 2 master and 1 doctoral program. Our enrollment in fall 2020 was a little over 14,000 students. 84% were UAE nationals. 90% of these were undergraduate students, about 10% graduate students. Females are dominant at UAE University. In the undergraduate, 81%, in the master's, 72%, and in the doctorate, 62% are female students. And in fall 2020, we had over 1,400 graduate students, among which about 980 master and PharmD students and over 400 doctorate students. A little history of graduate education at UAEU. The first program was Environmental Sciences Master Program, which started in 1991. Our PhD program was approved in 2009. DBA was approved in 2010. And then we had College of Graduate Studies, which was created in 2013. So as I mentioned, we have 58 active graduate programs, 32 masters, 23 PhD, and we have 1 more PhD, which is a dual PhD degree. It's in chemical engineering with KU Leuven in Belgium. Also, we have PharmD and DBA program. We are also continuously reviewing our existing programs. Sometimes we may suspend programs that are not attractive or there is no market demand. And we also establish new programs based on the market needs. So at the moment, there are 13 programs that are being reviewed, and we plan to have them established soon. 10 of them are masters and 3 PhD programs. Some of our programs are in collaboration with our partners. As I mentioned, the dual PhD degree in chemical engineering is with KU Leuven in Belgium. We have a Master of Science program in human nutrition. This is in affiliation with University College London. Our Master of Educational Innovation is in collaboration with Hamdan Foundation, and they provide us with support. We are also working on other joint and dual degree programs. One of them is dual Master of Education degree with the Education University of Hong Kong. This is currently being reviewed by our Ministry of Education. Another one is going to be Master of Education in Gifted and Talented, and this will be in affiliation with College of William and Mary and University of Iowa. We are also working on another dual degree program. This is in engineering with Murdoch University in Australia. This shows our enrollment history in the graduate programs. And as you can see, we have had a gradual increase in the number of students enrolled in our programs. And some statistics are shown here as well. We have 53 nationalities among our students. So far, we have over 2,700 alumni as well. Our aim is to increase the enrollment by 3 to 4 times. So we plan within the next 5 years to reach over 4,000 graduate students. This is the diversity of our graduate students. About half of our students are UAE nationals. And then we have a total of 53 different nationalities. And you can see the numbers for students from different nationalities here. So I go over the programs that we have for each college. First one, Business and Economics. We have 2 master programs, MBA and MPA, Master of Professional Accounting, and the doctorate program, Doctor of Business Administration. College of Education, Master of Education and Master of Educational Innovation. And then we have 5 PhD programs in different areas: science education, special education, mathematics education, leadership and policy studies in education, and language and literacy education. In engineering, we have Master of Architectural Engineering, Chemical Engineering, Civil Engineering, Electrical Engineering, Mechanical Engineering, Petroleum Engineering. We have also interdisciplinary program, Master of Water Resources, Master of Engineering Management. At the PhD level, PhD in Architectural Engineering, Chemical Engineering, Civil Engineering, Electrical Engineering, and Mechanical Engineering. In Food and Agriculture, Master of Horticulture and Master of Science in Food Science. At the doctorate level, PhD in Horticultural Science and PhD in Food Science and Technology. College of Humanities and Social Sciences, we have MSc in Remote Sensing and GIS, Master of Governance and Public Policy, Master of Social Work. And there is a proposal for the PhD that is currently under review as well. College of Information Technology, Master of Science in Information Security, MSc in IT Management and Software Engineering. And the PhD program is in Informatics and Computing. College of Law, we have Public Law and Private Law master programs, and PhD in Law as well. Medicine and Health Sciences, we have Master of Medical Sciences, Master of Public Health, MSc in Clinical Psychology, MSc in Human Nutrition, and PharmD program. At the doctorate level, PhD in Biomedical Sciences, PhD in Public Health, and Nutritional Sciences. College of Science, MSc in Chemistry, Environmental Sciences, Mathematics, Molecular Biology and Biotechnology, Physics, and Space Science. And at the PhD level, Chemistry, Geosciences, Mathematics, Physics, Cellular and Molecular Biology, and Ecology and Environmental Sciences. This is showing statistics for cohort of fall 2021, the current upcoming semester. For different colleges, master and doctorate students that have been admitted to our programs. A total of 547 master students and 208 doctorate students. So we are having a total of 755 new graduate students in our programs. We encourage our students to publish their research results in journals that are peer-reviewed. This will help the students themselves, their colleges, and the university with the ranking. And so far, we have over 1,400 publications. That was as of fall 2020. We encourage our students to publish in Scopus Index journals. Some areas may have journals that are not indexed in Scopus, so you will see that students publish in Scopus and non-Scopus. But we encourage, when possible, our students to publish in Scopus Index journals. On average, we have about 195 publications per year. This is the average of the last 3 years. Also, so refereed papers, we have, as I said again, about 1,400. Also, our students present at conferences, and we sometimes don't get the information, all the information, but at least over 260 conference papers have been presented as well. We encourage our students to be innovative, and they can patent their ideas at the university. We have an IP office that helps with patenting inventions. And you can see a number of our students have been able to patent their ideas. Our students participate in competitions and receive awards at international level and national level. These are some of the examples where our graduate students have been able to receive awards at different events. More examples, our students participate in conferences, and sometimes they receive awards at conferences or in other competitions that are available locally or internationally. Our alumni find employment in different sectors. This shows a list of titles for where our alumni have been employed. So for example, CEOs, we have 8, directors, 18. We have even ambassador and pro vice chancellor, and of course, many other areas where our alumni work, including faculty positions. We have 18 faculty members. There are different opportunities for our graduates, whether it's locally or internationally. They usually get the chance to be employed in high-level positions. We provide international experience to our graduate students. As I mentioned, they sometimes present their results in conferences. Sometimes they attend annual meetings or annual conferences of the different professional societies. And these are just some examples. We also send our students to our partner institutions to spend some time at research labs of our partners. And this is through our collaborations on research that we have with our partner institutions. And our graduate students get the chance to spend from few days to few months at our partner institutions in different countries. It's a very good opportunity for our students to basically get involved in research environment at different universities, meet with other institutions, faculty members, and the students, and learn from them as well. These are just some more examples of our students attending different events, visits to laboratories at different partner institutions. This shows our financial support. I know many of our students are interested in what we can offer them in terms of financial support. So I'll go over these. The first one is Chancellor Graduate Student Fellowship. This is discount on the tuition fees for those who are paying tuition fees. We have different categories. If you visit our website, of course, we list all the categories and you can check the eligibility for these fellowships. The next one is ICT scholarship. This is specifically in some areas of engineering, information technology majors. We have the PhD scholarship and fellowship programs. And we have full ride scholarship. This one, the full ride scholarship is only for UAE nationals who did their undergraduate studies at UAE University and would like to continue masters through doctorate program, through PhD. Other areas of financial support are research assistantships through any grants in which your supervisors may have obtained, or teaching assistantships through the departments and colleges in case they need assistance with the labs or with some of their courses. And then there are some also administrative assistantships in different colleges, including in the College of Graduate Studies, where we typically have over 10 assistants at any given time. And our assistants help us with different routine work. It's a great experience for them as well to be trained on different tasks that we conduct at the College of Graduate Studies. Some of the activities of the College of Graduate Studies and the services that we provide, of course, we have orientation, such as this one that we are doing now. We do have open days, and it used to be, of course, on campus, but in the past 2 years, almost a year and a half, we have been doing it virtually. We help with thesis and dissertation reviews. So when you write your thesis or dissertation, we check the format and we provide feedback to our students. We conduct over maybe 30 workshops every year. And these are for professional development of our students. So we encourage you to participate in our workshops whenever you get the chance. These are very useful, and you will receive our announcements. We also conduct an international day every year. Used to be again on campus, but last year it was virtual international day. We have also conferences that we organize. One of them is UAE conference, which is an annual conference, and it's at the national level. I'll talk about some of the initiatives and projects that are in progress. We have a program which we call BSMS. This is for students who are doing their undergraduate studies at UAE University and would like to do masters. And it's a fast track to the master degree. Instead of 2 years, they can finish in a year or a year and a half, because we double count some of their courses for the bachelor and master program. So it's a pre-admission to the master program, and it's for our undergraduate students. The dual degree master and PhD programs. This is, of course, in collaboration with international universities. As I mentioned, we have the dual degree with KU Leuven, and we are working on other dual degree programs at the master and PhD level. The dual degree programs basically, at the end, when you complete the program, you get 2 certificates, 1 certificate from each institution. It's a good experience as well to spend some time in the partner institution. And you can, of course, find more information about these on our website. So basically, the candidates or the students who are enrolled in this program, they must spend some time in the partner institution. For example, with KU Leuven, minimum of 6 months. And for other programs, of course, it may be different. For masters, it could be 4 months, and so on. It depends on the agreement that we make with those institutions. We have a PhD student teaching academy. This is only for PhD students. It's basically a training program. It's the duration is 2 semesters, in which during the first semester, students attend some courses. And then in the second semester, they shadow a faculty member in class, and they go and try and teach some of the lectures. So this is basically to prepare PhD students who wish to choose academic careers, basically to be trained and to become future faculty members. And those who finish the teaching academy, they will also have the chance to take full responsibility of some low-level courses or laboratory courses at UAE University during their PhD studies. So it's a very, very good experience. And we encourage all our PhD students to join this program. I already talked about the full ride master to PhD scholarship, which is only for the UAE nationals. And we are also encouraging our students to basically publish their results in well-reputable journals. And we are thinking of excellence awards. This is still pending approval. Another initiative that is pending approval is article-based dissertation. And this is for those who publish a number of articles, for example, let's say a minimum of 3 articles for the PhD, and their dissertation can be a collection of those articles, plus a small introduction and a concluding chapter. So it helps them basically write their dissertation in a shorter time. And of course, this is to encourage students to publish their results as much as possible. We started family housing. We have very limited number of units, and we are trying to get more units because we have a number of our students who are with families, and they would like to stay on campus if possible. But currently, the number of units are limited, and there we have some priority. There is a waiting list, and of course, priorities for our PhD students who have completed the teaching academy and would be contributing to the teaching at UAE University. This is just showing some of our publications. Graduate Student Handbook. We typically have that on annual basis. Profile of doctorate dissertations, and we have brochures, of course, periodical brochures, announcements, and also we have a newsletter that we started since 2019. So with that, I stop here, and I would like to again welcome you to UAE University, the new students who have joined us. We wish you all the success in your studies. We are located in F3, building F3, on the male side of the campus. And we are happy to serve you. Please stop by our offices whenever you have any issues, if you need any assistance. And now we leave the floor for questions.
Thank you so much, Professor, for this informative presentation. Thank you everyone one more time for attending and for giving us the time. So now we'll take your questions. We can take them in the chat box or in the Q&A box, or even you can raise your hand and we will unmute your mic so you can ask Professor Ali directly using your mic. So we'll just read some of your questions. So someone how they stay in touch with their colleagues and their professors. If you go to your e-service, you will find an option where you can email all the students that are enrolled in the course. So using this option, you can maybe send them a WhatsApp group link so you can share the information regarding the courses. You can even contact by email. So this will be a very useful way to stay in touch with your colleagues. I think Ms. Jamila asked this question. This is a very interesting question. Of course, you need to stay in touch with your friends. So now we have a couple of hands raised. So we'll take Mr. Maher. Please go ahead.
Hi, how are you, everyone? My name is Maher, and I would like to ask about the EServices. How do we access it, and will we get an email for the UAE University?
Abdurrahman, you want to answer that?
Yes, sure. So you should get the username and password from the admission department. And once you go to the university website, the main website, www.uaeu.ac.ae, you will find an option in the top of the page saying sign in, where you can just type in your username and password, and this will allow you to access your e-service for registration or for all the options that's available there, whether it's payment, etc. So if you still didn't receive your username and password, you can contact the postgrad admissions at their email, where we will just keep it in the chat box, and then you will be able to sign to your e-service.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
I hope I answered the question. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your question. So we'll take Mr. Abdul Muiz. Please go ahead. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing any name in a wrong way. Yes, Mr. Abdul Muiz, can you go ahead, please? Okay, so we will take another question. From Miss Gilmana. Please go ahead.
Hello. Yeah.
Hello, Assalamualaikum.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, Mr. Abdul Muiz, please go ahead. Sorry, Miss Gilmana, we'll just take your question after that. We are sorry. Yes, Mr. Abdul, please go ahead.
Thank you very much. First of all, I want to appreciate Professor Ali for this beautiful presentation. It has actually created a better picture of the College of Graduate Studies to us. Thank you, Professor, for finding time to address us. I'm a graduate student from the chemistry from the Department of Chemistry. The question I want to ask Professor Ali is that we from Nigeria, we are having issues with our traveling down to the UAE. So we want to request if the College of Graduate Studies can intervene on our behalf, because we learned that there was a ban on the Nigerian students. The ban we learned was partially lifted for some categories, including the students. So we don't know if the college will assist in fast-tracking our traveling process so that we can join this semester that is already fast approaching. So we don't know if Professor Ali can make a comment on that. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. And yes, this is an issue, unfortunately, with the pandemic. When it started, there were travel restrictions, and this is a government restriction that we have no control over it. There are currently either 13 or 15 different countries that we cannot issue them entry visa. And for that reason, I think you may have received an email from College of Graduate Studies about this. And the options we provide you with are either to take the courses online for this semester, and we'll see what happens in spring semester. Hopefully, things will be more flexible and the travel restrictions will be lifted. But this is one option that you may wish to think about. The other option would be to postpone or defer your admission to either spring or the following fall semester. And of course, that delays you, but these are the options at the moment we are suggesting to our students. And I wish we could do anything more to lift the bans. This is completely out of our university's control. And we hope that things will get better. And there are some signs that things are improving, but there is no guarantee, and we can't really tell when the bans will be lifted. So we just have to wait and see when that happens. But
Right.
this semester, we are going with face-to-face courses, as well as, when it is not possible, of course, in a hybrid mode or online, and especially for students who cannot come to UAE, then we offer the online, but we are starting face-to-face as well. So I'm expecting that in the spring, things may be even more normal than the fall semester, but we shall wait and see.
Thank you very much, Professor. And a follow-up question, Professor. Can I continue?
Sure. Yes, please.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Professor, if we are going to join the program online, are we going to also receive the full benefit of the fellowship that we have been awarded?
It's a very good question. You will receive, if you have tuition waiver for your package, then of course you don't need to pay tuition fees for the courses that you register. So the courses will be free of charge. However, stipends or salaries are not going to be paid if you are not available on campus. So even students who are in the UAE, but they cannot come to campus, they cannot be physically present on campus, unfortunately, they will not be able to receive their salary or stipend. But other than that, for courses, of course, you can register if you have tuition waiver. Then, of course, you get the courses to register for free. So that's our policy since last year. In fact, this has been the case.
All right, Doctor. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you for your question. So we are sorry, Ghilmana, please go ahead with your question.
Thank you so much for having me this opportunity. I have the same question regarding grant teaching assistant. As Professor has just cleared out that we won't be getting any stipend or salaries unless until we make it to the campus. Regardless of that, will we be assisting or doing our task, which may come under the label of teaching assistants? Thank you.
Yes, teaching assistantships. This you need to discuss with the chair of the department that you are enrolled in. I'm not sure if it is possible. It may be possible because typically in teaching assistantships, you usually grade homeworks and maybe quizzes, and you go to the labs to help with the lab engineers. But of course, some activities may be possible to do virtually. And so you need to discuss with the department chair. It may be possible, it may not be, I'm not sure. That you can discuss with the department chair.
Thank you so much.
Sure.
Thank you. So we are getting a lot of questions about the username and password. Please, when you get your ID, try to add @uaeu.ac.ae while logging in. So it can work, because I can see that for some students, it already worked. So please make sure you can log into your e-service, because this is very important for checking your emails and registering your courses. Someone also asked how to apply for installments. You can check your emails for that. They will send you all the steps required to apply for payment installments. which can be a monthly installment, of course, during the semester. Please, if you ask a question and it's not answered, probably Professor Ali already addressed that because we have a lot of questions about the online courses. So we'll just take the next question from Mr. Jafar. Please go ahead.
And Abdurrahman, in the meantime, you may wish to share the coordinator's contact on the chat, so that or the link, you can put the link so that students can also contact the coordinators of their programs, as well as assistant deans in their colleges. Any specific questions?
Yes, definitely, Professor, definitely. We will do that.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, please, Mr. Jafar, go ahead.
Oh, good morning.
Hi, Jafar.
Thank you, Professor Ali, for putting up all of this. And I think it answers some of my curiosity. However, I want to ask that, okay, let me note this, that I have received my password and my username. Unfortunately, one of the information is that we should change the password once we log in. And that site, selfservice.uae.ac.ae, has not been working at all. As in, you cannot even access it to change your password. And I even tried to use the app, and it's not giving me enough information as regards that. And then secondly, for the online classes, I don't know if the graduate school have any recommendation for the colleges. Like for the food and agriculture, I am in Nigeria, so I have not completed my vaccination, as well as my country is hasn't having a traveling ban at this moment. But I've tried to contact the PhD coordinator. I've not gotten any information as whether I can proceed online or I apply for the postponement. And course registration is not coming up, and our classes starts this 22nd. So I'm thinking it's very close by. If recommendations can be sent to the colleges. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. I know that the coordinators, of course, they were on vacation, and they have just returned. So actually yesterday was the first day for their return, their work. I feel that they will be replying to emails now. It may be good to try them again, send them a reminder. And of course, if you did not receive any replies, you can contact the assistant dean in the college, and us as well at College of Graduate Studies. Maybe we can, if you did not receive replies, then you can inform us, and we'll try to contact the coordinator, and they will take the necessary actions. Now, also, there were some changes in the coordinators. So we have some new coordinators, and this change is just happening from yesterday. So that could be another reason, because some coordinators' term is finished and then new coordinators are starting, and that could be another reason. But send them reminder, and if you didn't get any replies within a couple of days, please inform us so that we can communicate with them.
Thank you, Professor.
For the Abdurrahman, for the change of password, do you have any suggestions?
Usually for the technical issues, we recommend the student to check with the either the IT department or the postgrad admissions itself, because usually they are responsible for this. So we would definitely type their emails. So you can just send them an email and they will definitely help you out with the password, because again, this is very important. So we will take another question from Mr. Bassem. Please go ahead.
Yes, hello, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
please go ahead.
Yes, please. My question is related to the scholarship program. I already applied for the scholarship, which is called Hayakum. It's related to the government frontliners working in UAE. So I wanted to ask if I already applied for this scholarship. Shall I apply for the UAE University scholarship? And what will be the process? That's it.
Yes, I mean, you can apply for the scholarships or fellowships that we have at the university, and we will, of course, process your application. However, if you get any kind of sponsorship or scholarship from outside the university, then of course you will not qualify for the university scholarship. With the other one, I think you just need to follow up with them and see when you will receive any replies from them. If it's going to be soon, then you may want to wait. Otherwise, you can apply for the university opportunities which we offer as well. And then you inform us. If you get both, you inform us which one you would like to keep.
Thank you for your reply. Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you, Mr. Bassem. So again, we are getting a lot of questions about specific programs. So please do contact your coordinators. We will send you the list after the question and answer session. So you can contact the coordinator as Professor Ali advised, and you will definitely get an answer for your question. So next we have Miss Asma. Please go ahead.
Yes, please. Hi, hello. Thank you.
Hello.
Thank you, Professor Ali. Thank you.
Yes.
Actually, I applied for a human nutrition master, and I'm supposed to start next week. I'm from Dubai. My question is it possible for us to put, for example, the courses, as we know all that master program, we are coming to the campus twice a week. Can we put it like 2 days, immediately two days, like Sunday, Monday, or Monday, Tuesday? Because you know, as we come to Al Ain or Abu Dhabi, there's so many restriction and very strictly policies, like to do PCR and those. So if it will be like the courses will be 2 days together, like Sunday, Monday, like this. So it will save us to do PCR twice a week, because it won't be valid.
Yes, I got your point. For this, you need to
just to facilitate for us.
Yes, yeah, you need to discuss with the program coordinator and the instructor of the course which you are going to take. And they will try to help as much as possible. Sometimes it may not be possible due to whatever restrictions they have or limitations in terms of instructors teaching, and because they teach different courses at undergraduate level as well as graduate level. And of course, availability of the instructors and classrooms and all that. It is not as simple as it may look like, but I'm sure they can try to help and accommodate your needs if the class size is small and it's possible to make arrangements at this stage. So talk
So
to
it
the
depends on the coordinator and the student will need.
coordinator and the
Yeah.
instructor of the course. Yes, yes,
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much.
sure.
Thank you, Professor Ali. So we do have another question about the location of Abu Dhabi campus. So it's in Al Reem Island. And if you type in Google Maps UAEU Abu Dhabi, you will find it. It's in Al Reem Island.
I'm not sure now, Abdurrahman, maybe the location has changed. It depends which program. It may be better to ask the coordinator. I know that, for example, MBA has been moving to a different location and perhaps other programs as well. So better to check with the program coordinator for the exact location of the campus in Abu Dhabi.
Okay, Professor. Thank you for the note. So we will take another question. We are trying to get to all of your questions. We do have a couple of questions in the chat box. This will be answered by the CGS staff. So please go through the chat box for the answers. So we have another question from Mr. Abdullah. Please go ahead.
Hello, Sarah. Hi. Can you hear me?
Hello. Hi.
Hi, Professor Ali. Thank you for your time and for Mr. Abdurrahman as well time. I just have a follow-up question to my previous colleague. When you guys talked about the stipends and your availability on campus, basically my situation, I just wanted to confirm something, if it's possible. My situation would be like I would start online and outside the country, outside UAEU, and then I will be able, inshallah, to move in after a while. I have two questions regarding that. If I started online courses, would I be able to shift to face-to-face classes, or these will have different arrangements? And regarding that as well, the stipend, as well as you noted, Professor Ali, that if I had online classes in the campus while working with my professor on the project, would that have any what do you call it? Any conflict with the stipends payment or something like that? That's it.
Yes, thank you. So definitely you can, once you come to UAE, let's say you were able to come in September or October in the middle of the semester, you can of course change to face-to-face from online. That you need to coordinate with the instructor of the course. And also for the stipend or salary, as soon as you come on campus, you will be able to receive from that moment. So the advisor will need to confirm, and then you will be able to receive your payments from that point.
All right. Thank you so much, Professor Ali.
Sure.
Thank you. So we have another question from Miss Ilham. Please go ahead.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, thank you, Dr. Ali, for this amazing presentation. I have a couple of questions regarding the admission and the registration. I am enrolled in the Master of Educational Innovation, and I wanted to know in which campus am I supposed to go? And if there's a possibility, if I can stay online, because I'm working and I'm a teacher, so it's going to be hard for me to go to to one of the campuses.
Yes.
I was wondering, I don't know, I heard from the questions before that there is a campus in Dream Island, but I'm not sure if they do have the program there or not. And
Yeah,
if there's
for Master of Educational Innovation, this program is offered in Dubai at Hamdan Foundation facilities. So you need to coordinate with the coordinator of the program to see if they about the location, first of all, and about the possibility of taking it online. That you need to discuss with the coordinator of the program.
with the coordinator.
Yeah, but this program is basically offered in Dubai.
So I cannot, I need to talk to the coordinator if I can, let's say, if I can at least attend a Reem Island.
No, Reem Island actually in Abu Dhabi does not offer this program. This program is only offered in Dubai.
In Dubai, okay.
Yeah, at Hamdan Foundation facilities. Yes.
Right. And doctor, another question: is there a minimum number of courses that we should take, or is it okay if I can take, for example, like 1 or 2 courses? Is there like
at
a
the
minimum?
master? Yeah, at the master level, if you don't have any, like if you are not full ride scholarship, then the minimum is 6 credit hours. So 2 courses, typically 3 credits each, or total minimum is 6 credit hours.
Minimum of 6
Those
credit
who,
hours.
yes, 6 credit hours. So that's what we call part-time, and that's the minimum number of credits you can register for. For PhD students who have scholarship or fellowship, even if it's a basic fellowship, they must be enrolled in 9 credit hours, which is considered as full-time students.
All right, thank you,
But
Doctor.
at the master level, it's 6 credit hours.
Thank you so much.
Sure.
Thank you. So please wait for the end of the presentation or the meeting so we can share the program coordinators on the screen, and you can just screenshot the specific coordinator program. This will help you in knowing more about the program, and we get a lot of questions about whether they can attend online or not. So this will be answered by your specific program coordinator. So doctor, someone is asking from the chat box if they can apply for the full ride scholarship, but from the second semester, not from the first one. Is this possible?
Typically, it's from the first semester that they join, because they have to be graduating from UAE University. Undergraduate degree should be from UAE University. And we usually announce to all the students at the time of admission if they are interested in this program and they meet the eligibility criteria, then it has to be from the beginning, from the first semester that they join. Unless, of course, they defer or postpone their admission to the following semester.
Thank you. There are some questions that is answered in the question and answer box. So if you go there, you will find the answers typed. You can read them, and this might also answer your question. So we'll take another question from Miss Maram Al Hassan. Please go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, hi.
Hi, thank you, Dr. Ali, for the presentation. I'm a PhD student into the education program. I was just admitted recently. I just heard you talking about some kind of discount for the tuition fees. So I did apply for the scholarship, but they offered me either I keep my job and pay for the tuition fees, or I get to quit my job as a teacher and accept the scholarship. So I opted for the first option, to keep my job and pay for the tuition fees. But I was wondering if there is any kind of discount I can apply to. Is there any other scholarships that I can get into to lower the tuition fees that I need to pay?
Yes. So those who wish to keep their employment outside UAE University, of course, we consider them as part-time students, and they need to pay tuition fees. However, the Chancellor Fellowship Award, if you qualify for that, any of the categories of that award, you can receive discount on the tuition fees. Also, if you happen to find opportunities as research assistant or teaching assistant from your college, again, you may be able to receive some stipend which will help you with the expenses, tuition fee expenses. So there are some opportunities, but you need to visit our website for the Chancellor Fellowship. And for the other ones, research and teaching assistantship, you can discuss with your department and college.
Noted. Thank you.
And perhaps your supervisor may have research grants, so they may be able to support you as well.
Thank you, Professor. So we have another question from Mr. Amir. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Prof. Ali, for the presentation. Actually, I have two questions. The first question is, how many Scopus index papers that a PhD student has to publish before his graduation? The second question is, some journals requires APC or article processing fees for publication. So will UAE universities going to pay for the article processing fees? Thank you.
Yes, thank you. So PhD students are required to publish a minimum of 2 journal papers, peer-reviewed journal papers, by the time they graduate. And we have students who publish many more. In fact, we encourage our students to publish as many as they can, but the minimum is 2. And yeah, of course, if you choose the article-based dissertation, then the minimum will be 3. But with a minimum of 2, of course, you can write the monograph style dissertation, which is the regular type of dissertation, and you can graduate with a minimum of 2 journal papers. And for the fees, usually either from the research grant of the faculty member, or from some students will receive PhD fund. PhD, we call it PhD research fund. And this is just to help students with some of the expenses, materials, consumables, even travel to conferences, also for publication fees. If you have to take a training course, visit partner university, so you can cover some of these expenses from that fund, PhD fund. This is for basically those whose supervisors are not supporting the students from research grants. If the supervisor is supporting you from research grant, then of course that research grant can also cover the cost of publications, materials, consumables, and other expenses that you may have.
Thank you, Prof.
Sure.
Thank you, Professor. So I just want to note that I uploaded the list of coordinators on a link, and I sent the link to everyone in the chat box. So please download it so you can contact your specific program coordinators. I'm also seeing in the chat that a lot of students are creating specific groups for their program, WhatsApp groups. So this might be helpful for you. Please go through the chat box so you can join your specific group. So we'll take another question from Mr. Akim. Please go ahead.
Hello, good morning.
Hello. Hi.
Yeah,
Hi.
thank you very much, Professor Hassan, for the beautiful presentation.
Sure.
Hello?
Yes.
Yes, I would like to know the logistics for the payment of tuition fees, if at the end of the day the courses will be done online, and what is the deadline for the payment of school fees?
Yeah, this will be, you should be receiving some information about this from registrar's office. They have, I believe they have installments, either 2 or 3 installments. So typically, if it's 2 installments, you pay 50% of the tuition fee upfront. I think by the first week, or I don't know exactly, they will inform you. And then the second installment, the other 50%, comes typically after a month into the semester. But you should communicate with student accounts or registrar's department for this, in case you have not received any information about payment installments.
Thank
you so
you.
much for the answer.
Sure.
Thank you. Can you please confirm if you received the program coordinator list from the link I sent? There was also someone asking about where can we find this meeting recorded for maybe revisiting the questions. You will find it on our YouTube channel. So I already sent the link in the chat box in the question and answer too. We will take another question from Mr. Mustafa Sharif. Please go ahead.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello.
Yes,
Hi,
yes,
yes.
please go ahead.
Okay, I got an email that's saying that I have to be vaccinated before going to Emirates. So I would like you to confirm about this, because I'm not vaccinated yet, and I think even if I apply for vaccination, I want to get it before for next year. So how does this work? What is your policy regarding this? And if I didn't get vaccination at all, will this be a problem? And what are the other alternatives or solutions? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So if the course is face-to-face and you are required to attend face-to-face, then you need to be vaccinated with 2 doses. And maybe they will give a grace period of like few weeks so that you can have the opportunity to be vaccinated. But my suggestion would be to take the vaccines as soon as possible so that you would be able to attend the face-to-face courses.
Yes, but in my country is like I have to apply through their system, and they won't call me for vaccination except after a certain
So
period
you are
of
not
time
in the
that may take
UAE,
months.
right?
Hmm?
You are not in the UAE?
No, no.
Ah, you are not in the UAE. Okay, so if you are not in the UAE, then you are not able to come to UAE due to the travel restrictions, then you will be attending courses online from your home country.
Yeah, but my courses are not online. I have to work in the lab and face to face.
Okay, then you need to discuss with the coordinator and the instructor of the course. Tell them that you are not able to come to UAE. So there is a ban on travel for your country?
I think so, yes.
Okay, if that is the case, then they should be accommodating you with online participation in the courses. And so that's one option, to take the courses online, or to postpone or defer your admission to the following semester. But the option of online should be available for you if you are not able to travel to UAE. So you need to discuss with the coordinator or the instructor of the course.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Sure.
Thank you. Next, we have Mr. Adil Azam. Please go ahead.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Please go ahead.
Dr. Ali, how are you?
Yes, very
Adil
good,
Azam.
thank you.
I'm fine.
Yes, Adil, how are you?
Doctor, thank you for the presentation. It was very informative. And I have two questions. And kindly, if you can consider it in the future. First, the support for the PhD students. As you know, some of them might be working and do not like to quit their job. And from the program that you present as a scholarship and financial support or awards, is there any chance that we can get like discount through using, for example, Faza membership or any Saad membership, similar to other universities in Abu Dhabi? Like other universities, they give like 20% discount on the fees. This is my first question. Second question is, I'm enrolled in the environmental PhD program, but as a title, there is ecology and environmental sciences. And as you know, environmental sciences is a multidisciplinary field. So is it possible in the future it can be shortened to be just environmental sciences, just to be more flexible to join other programs like in chemistry or engineering, to not be specified in ecology? So in the future, when we want to apply for any job, it will not be a barrier for us to join a certain job, if it's possible.
Yes, thank you.
Before we graduate.
Thank you. Thank you. For the first question, yes, you can apply for the Chancellor Fellowship Award if you meet the eligibility criteria. Then you can get discount on the tuition fees. So that's one option. The other option, if your supervisor has any funding, research fund, then you may be able to receive some stipend. You can talk to your supervisor as well. These are the two options that you can think of. For the title of the program, this is approved by the university and by the ministry, and these are the approved titles for the programs. And if there is a change in the title of the programs, then it has to start from the college that is offering this program, and they have to request change, and it has to go through all the approval levels that are required. So you may wish to discuss with the program coordinator and the assistant dean in the college, and they may consider that option, but I'm not sure because these are recently approved. So they typically do not wish to change suddenly after approval, but it's something that the college may consider. You may wish to discuss with them.
Thank you very much, Doctor.
Sure.
But in reference to the first question, in the future, maybe the university can consider such type of membership for the frontline, what we call it, like people who work in the medical field or the police or in the, you know, to support them during the pandemic. So such programs like FAZA or ISAD or Hamat al-Watan, it will give maybe good support for them if they are not willing to be qualified or get the enough support from the previous two programs or awards that you mentioned. This is my just like a comment. Maybe in the future you can.
Thank you. Thank you, Adelina. Frontliners, I think we have this option because the support comes from outside the university, and that you need to apply through them. And if they approve, they will cover the cost of the tuition fees. So that you may want to investigate through the office that provides that kind of support. With the other options, FAZA and other options, of course, this is something to look into as well.
Thank you very much, Doctor.
Sure, thank you.
Thank you. Just a small reminder, we already sent the list of the coordinators, a downloadable link in the chat box and in the Q&A box. So please visit that to download it. And also please go to the question and answer box to read some of the answers if it does answer your questions. So we will take another question from Miss Nahid. Please go ahead.
Hello. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Sorry for that. Thank you very much, Mr. Ali, for your presentation. I have just one question regarding the lectures in the master. I'm applying for a master in physics, and I believe that most of us are working. So is it possible that the lectures will be afternoon so that we can join the university after finishing our work? Or some of the lectures will be early in the morning?
Yes, typically, as far as I understand, all the master courses are offered after 5 p.m. I'm not sure specifically about physics, but I believe that is the case also with physics department. So you may want to check with the coordinator, but in general, the master level, because many of our students are working, the courses start after 5 p.m. or sometimes in the weekend. So just to confirm, please check with the program coordinator.
Okay, just another small question. Is it mandatory to change the password we received from the university, or we can just use it as is?
To change what?
The password we received from the university, so that we can register and use it to enter the website. Can we keep it as is, or it's a mandatory to change it?
Yeah, the password?
Yes, yes.
I guess you can, I don't know what instructions they gave you. If they said you have to change your password, then you need to change it. But this is something that admissions office probably has mentioned in the email, whether you have to change the password or it's optional. You may want to ask.
I believe they wrote to change the password, blah, blah, blah. I'm not sure, but
okay.
I believe this is what they wrote. So,
yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Sure. Yeah, you may want to change it anyway. It's good to have a unique password.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Sure.
Thank you. So I think we'll take one last question and then we'll share with you our contact numbers and emails so you can keep asking your questions if we couldn't get to your question during this meeting. Hopefully we did answer most of your important questions. So we'll just take one last question from Miss Rand. Please go ahead.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello, thank you so much. And thanks for Dr. Ali for the presentation. Thank you so much. I wanted to ask if can I change my major in the same college? It is the College of Medicine and Health Sciences. So, and I got my approval in nutritional sciences, but now I'm asking if I can change my major to biomedical sciences. And what's the procedure?
Yeah, it is possible, and you need to first discuss with the new program coordinator. They may have to review all your documents to see if you have the requirements to join the new program. If that is positive, then you can discuss within the other program that you are currently enrolled in, and there is a change of major, you can do that. So it is possible. Just before you do any changes, check your eligibility for the new program through the coordinator.
Thank you so much. With whom can I check the eligibility?
The program coordinator for the new program which you want to transfer to.
Okay.
So medical
sorry,
sciences,
but I did not get the list of the coordinators.
Yes, I think Abdurrahman provided the link. The link
can
is
you
also
please resend it?
Yeah. Okay, Abdurrahman, maybe you can resend. And also
it's
so available
much.
on the website of College of Graduate Studies as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes, I will resend it. Thank you so much, Professor Ali, for taking the time to answer all the questions. So we would stop here now. I will just again thank everyone for attending and thank the CGS staff for answering the question through the chat box. Before we close, I'll just, if you could excuse me, I'll just share the screen with our contact numbers and information, so you can screenshot that and ask us at any time. So this is our emails and contact numbers. I think you can see it on the screen now. Can you please confirm?
Yes.
Yeah, so you can note down these numbers or take a screenshot. You can always email us or call the number on the screen. And you can always visit us at our offices, as Professor Ali said in the beginning, at F3, floor number 1, room 104 and 105. So thank you so much for everyone one more time.
Maybe you could show the program coordinators link, the link for the
yes,
coordinator.
I will just show you on the, I'll just send the link one more time in the chat box.
Okay.
So please
Okay.
just, yeah, please take the link and download the list. And this will help you to get more information about your programs. So thank you so much, everyone, one more time. And we hope you have a great semester ahead. Please stay safe and all the best. Thank you, Professor Ali.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Abdurrahman, for coordinating this session. I would like to thank all of you who participated. And we wish you all the best in your studies. Please let us know if you are facing any challenges. If you are not getting answers to your questions, please contact us and we'll help you answer your questions. And all the best. We hope that we get the chance to see you face to face as well. Best wishes and have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye.